yesterday, and so there's this dad, right? Well, yeah, he's a dad. He's a father of these children, and the children have a stepfather, and this guy comes into the room. You know what I mean? Giving some big speech. You know what I mean? It was very admirable.
It was a heart to heart, fam. In a sling. My man's in a sling, mind you.
Why was he giving a speech?
He was just showing his appreciation for like another man, you know what I mean, taking care of his kids, treating them like his own. You know what I mean? It was very big king energy. You know what I mean? Like one a black man should be proud of once he sees that on his gram. You know, one we should all mirror and But at the same time, I thought it was a bit much. So he gives this long.
I thought it was a lot.
4-minute speech, and he gives him some Jordans. And I was just like, you know what? It's cool, but I thought it was a bit much. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a different level of maturity. You know, I definitely feel, I could see it.
You think it's mature?
It's just,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
you think it's mature?
I don't know.
Nah, definitely. It's a different. I said it's a different level of maturity.
I feel like it's a different level of like what's a word for giving?
Giving, like philanthropic. I don't know.
Philanthropy, like
charity.
Not charity, but like a person that's giving. Well, yeah,
she's a giver. Anyway, it's pretty much like
if it comes to you, it comes to you.
If it comes to you, it comes to you. If it doesn't, nah, I mean, we'll definitely hop back on.
Nah, soft. Nah, but I don't know. Like you were continuing.
Yeah, I was saying, it's a different level of maturity, but at the same time, like, you know, like it's one of those things. It's like I'm probably gonna play a devil advocate on this topic. So pretty much like.
Now I'm playing.
Keep going.
We know what I mean by the other thing. You know, we worship the most and high. You know what I mean?
Amen.
That's where we're at. We're not down here. We're up there still. You know, when Jesus say yes,
nobody can say no. When Jesus say yes. Alright.
But pretty much with that being said, you know, I'm gonna play that side. You know, if you know, maybe I could see it. You know, our society as a man, you know, they always tell you can't really, you know, don't be emotional. Like, you know, you gotta always be tough and be hard. And, you know, definitely don't share or express your feeling towards other people of the same sex without it being seen as something that's gay or, you know, that's too emotional. So I could definitely understand it from that perspective is all I'm gonna say. You know?
Nah, I don't. For me, like, I'm on the edge. See, I understand, like you said, I understand this guy values that the fact that there's actually someone out here who's willing to step in the stepfather role and take care of his kids, because I think, like, you weren't here for this, but this was back in, like, last year when we recorded an episode. We were asking, man, could you be a stepfather?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said, hell to the no.
Really?
Hell no. I can't be a stepfather.
What about you? Sorry.
Keep going.
I'm kind of 50-50 on the topic, to be quite honest with you.
Quick answer. To let the tune finish. Yes or no, Mosho?
I can't even help you, brother. I think it depends on the situation for me. It's not a simple yes or no.
What does it depend on?
I feel like it depends on, like, you know, the age and also the situation that I have with the shorty. Those are the two things in terms of, like, that we just started dating. You know what I mean? Have I known her for a minute? She's actually always been part of my life, and she just kind of, you know what I mean? We were never dating, but, like, during the time she gets pregnant, but this and that. And, you know, if I've always known her type of vibes, but if it's just some shorty I just met you, and you got a 12-year-old, bro, like, at that point, it's a little bit more difficult.
How old are you, though? How old are you?
That, too. That also matters, too, in terms of, like, my age, because I don't want to be, like, you know, like, mad young, feeling like I have to take care of something that, like, is definitely, like, not mine. No, nothing wrong with any, you know, step pops who's out here doing their thing, you know.
No, I have a lot of respect for stepfathers.
A lot of respect, mind you, but, like, I feel like, for me personally, you know, and how society's set up for, you know, the guys of my generation and the men of my generation, it's just, there's a lot of things and a lot of traps that you could fall into, and I just feel like sometimes that could be one of them, you know?
Being a stepfather?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. But yeah, could you be a stepfather?
Honestly, yeah, yo. Like he said, depends. Like, I'll think financially, can I hold this down? Yeah, you know what I mean. I would not get into a relationship with a person, probably below 35 that has a youth, realistically, because it's just like I'd want to have my own. But if I'm at a mature, like I'm 35, 36, say like my first marriage doesn't work out, I find a nice, like, realistically, I'm looking for a woman, like, say I'm like 38. I'm not gonna be looking for a 20-year-old, so I'll be looking for someone, and probably they're gonna have like what by 36, 30. They're probably gonna have like an 8-year-old or something like on average. So at that point, I would check financially, mentally, like, am I ready for that? And like, how much do I rate this person? Like, do I see this person like me being with the rest of life? And then that means me taking on like their whole baggage essentially, right? So I feel like, but in terms, because bro, I grew up single mom, and I had a stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't a greasy stepdad, but like I
Yeah.
feel like for people who have a single parent home, like bro, that helps a lot. Like if I were to have like a solid father figure, you know what I mean, who's just like a solid, like not even like a up and beyond guy, like just like a regular dad type vibe, then like I feel like I could have some personal traits that could have been maybe better rounded off, like, you know what I mean. So I think it's advantageous for like the child, but it all depends on where you're at, like.
For sure. It all depends where you're at financially. It all depends where you're at in terms of like your life. Are you young? Are you mature? Are you old? You know what I mean? Are you in your 30s? Are you in your 40s? There's a lot of factors in my perspective that plays into, like taking the role of being a stepfather.
Like I just can't imagine that. Let's say like I have someone else's kid, but the guy still wants to be in the kid's life. How much control do I have over the situation? Like I can raise the kid or try to raise the kid how I want to raise the kid, but it's still not my kid. So I don't really have decisions in raising that kid. Right? So the father says, "Yo, listen to your elders, but you see that Toon dude, don't listen to him. He ain't shit. You have no say in that." Like
See,
there's
you
a lot
as a
of shit.
stepfather,
There's a
me?
lot of shit. Yeah, if I'm the stepfather,
Yeah.
there's a lot of shit that's outside of my control, and like there's not really a way for me to get in control like that. There's a lot of variables that, once again, I have no control over, and if I don't want to have to deal with that, I just won't be a stepfather.
I think that's fair. I think like prior to entering the relationship, you'd have to assess the situation. Like even going as far as like, yo, like who's this kid's dad? Like, is he in his life? What kind of person is this because you'd want to know what kind of baggage you're gonna deal on the back end, right? But
For sure.
same ways, like, yo, if it can be like a super amicable, like level-headed type of scenario, like these two guys, maybe like forget the gifts. Like I don't know who buying our next grown man a gift like that, but especially not like a stepdad. But same way, I feel like if you can just handle it, then you know what I mean. You gotta, if you're a guy who is, say you're a shit guy, or you're a shit baby daddy, right? And I'm funding your kids, I'm selling to private school, I'm getting an education, I'm like rounding them off to be a better version of whoever, right? In that case, like I would have majority. I would have this because, bro, I'm in essentially
You don't
control.
though.
No, but like this is scenario. This
Yeah.
scenario wise, like
Yeah.
me, my dad's not my life.
Yeah.
He has no say over my life. But if I had a stepdad who's funded me, who's been there for me, my dad can't come and he has no control over that situation again, right? But if it's in a situation where it's like, see if it's in a situation where it's like two well-rounded people and say they just don't like each other, I feel like it can be tricky in that scenario because it's like, oh, like this guy is weird, da da da. Don't listen. Oh, your dad taught you that, but no, that's not good. Like I can see how there can definitely be a conflict. But if you're a person who's fully like, basically the dad type shit, like, how are you not in control of that? In terms of like, you'd have to go by the mom in terms of like executive decisions. But how would you not be like a key role, like, you know what I mean, like a weight holder in that situation? I would, like, I don't know.
I mean, I feel that, yo. I understand. I definitely understand both sides, both perspectives, because it's one of those ones. It depends on who you are as an individual.
For
Toon
sure.
definitely seems like somebody who wants to be in control. You know what I mean? So like, it's one of those things. It's like, I guess from Toon's perspective, he'd rather have a better say and actual power in terms of like making decisions as a family, because
Like
as a
it better
man, he
be
probably sees
me
himself.
and my wife. Like it better be me and my wife that determine, or the child's mother that determines the fate of the child. I don't want no third party.
I mean, I
Extracurricular.
definitely understand that, because especially, mind you, remember why I said like it depends on the age. Also, imagine if you try to take on a stepfather role, and like you're with an individual, and she happens to have a kid. You could raise that kid to the best of your abilities, and then it can get to a point in their life where, let's say, their biological father was never really in their life, and he comes back into the picture. You know what I mean? And then he starts trying to reconnect with his child. That's kind of tough. You don't really have. So I can understand what you're saying, because once the biological father comes into play, it's like, yo, you don't really. What are you really gonna say, fam? Like, that's his actual pops. Like, the only person here that could favor and that could make things favor to your side is your wife.
Yeah.
That is the only individual that could definitely, like.
But if the kid wants to chill with his actual pops, like you said, there's nothing like the wife or you could do. Is like, what are you gonna tell the kid? No, you can't see your actual dad.
I mean, if you're not gonna be a bum pops, or like, then obviously there's not much you could really do. You're gonna just have to give. You always want your kid to to want the best, or you always want to give your kid the best. If him reconnecting with his biological father is a good thing, even if regardless of it, you don't have a choice, bro. You're gonna have to.
You just gotta hug it.
You're gonna have to pass it. For me, it's a disrespect thing, yo. If you're some step pops get disrespected to the fullest, and bro, they be getting called out their name on like. They don't even call them pops, bro.
You be calling them by
Mark.
first names. Yo, Mark, you're not
James.
my dad. Yo,
Them
James.
type of vibes, yo. Like, that's what they be calling them.
Yo,
like,
Patrick.
Yo. Like, huh?
Yo, Patrick,
Like-
get out of here before I call my dad.
Like,
What happens if... Nah, what happens
I wouldn't
is-
expect my stepchild to fucking call me like dad.
But,
yeah, but I'm saying,
nah,
like, bro,
but what
like,
happens if he gets cheesed and you and start saying, yo, Dewan, get
Yeah,
off of
like-
me?
Like calling me like I'm trying to discipline him, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Don't want to get on my face."
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's
And it's my step kid.
Yep.
yeah, that's why
But
I'm
what
like,
is he supposed to call me?
But I'm
I don't
saying,
know,
like...
if you've been with
I don't
somebody
know,
for so
but, like-
long from a young age,
Yeah.
and once as you start
Like,
to
am
get
I
older,
calling him dad every day, and then when I'm cheese, I'm calling him by his first
that's
name?
what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, it's
Oh,
one of those
yeah,
vibes.
nah,
It's
I
like,
feel like, yo, like that's an awkward. Like that's, I feel like those are the gray areas where you just have to hug. Like, you know what I mean? Like
You just gotta...
little
Nah,
nigga.
but I don't want to be hugging fucking... Yo, the
Fuck.
tune.
You love his
yo,
moms?
the tune,
Huh?
yo.
You love his moms? I feel like that is the anchor in the situation. Like,
How
how
much you
bad
love-
do you
how
love his
but
moms,
love,
bro?
Nah, but love
How
only
bad do
goes
you
so
love his
far, though.
moms?
How
But
much
we
do you
know
love
this.
your
But
wife for
would
sure?
you get in a relationship just for purely love? Would you marry someone just for
What-
purely
Well,
love?
obviously not. There's definitely multiple
okay.
factors,
In a perfect
but
world, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but we're
we
talking
don't
about
live
this
in a
one.
perfect
We're
world.
talking about
Yeah,
this
this
one.
world ain't perfect.
This world.
You know how naive I
Reality.
am? The first thing that came to my head was yeah.
Mhm.
But then, like, I realized, like, yeah, like, they're crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking finance. Like, if you have, like, a 250 credit score, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, there's a lot of things. It's like, I rate you. Like, you're sick.
But I can't.
But, like, you might put us bankrupt more times. You know what I mean? So, I feel like there's certain things you might have to say. I wouldn't put money, but it's, like, if you're sloppy with your finances, it kind of tells something about you. You know what I mean?
Says a lot.
It's part of the whole, right? You got to look
Yeah.
at each portion. Like you said, it wouldn't be so much how much money you have, but it's more like
Your system.
financial
Yeah,
system, your
yeah.
financial system. How does it run through your
Exactly.
cycle? Like, does money come in and out?
Are you stable? Is it consistent?
Yeah.
You feel me? Those are all factors that play into that. you know?
But at the same time, once again, if you got little Timmy out here calling me out my name, the tune, stop hitting me, or the tune.
The tune stop hitting me.
No, that sounds so
Why
bad.
are you beating me?
Oh, that sounds wild. But
Yo.
nah, but you start.
The tune stop beating me. Ow, the tune stop hurting me.
What do you
Like,
mean?
that's
Imagine
not
yelling
good,
at the
fam.
child. Imagine yelling at the child, and he just makes sure he's within your wife's ear. Yo, the tune, why you hitting me? The tune, why you hitting me? The tune, stop boxing me. You're just yelling at the child. Now you feel like he's a little brother. You know when you oh nah, you guys don't have little brothers, right?
Nah.
Okay, so I used
cousins.
to. I have little brothers, and sometimes we get a little rough, or even when I'm not rough, I'll yell at them a 1-2 time,
Wait, I'm
and
the
they'll
youngest
start
cousin. What am I talking about?
crying straight to mom, talking about the tunes being mean. Now my mom's coming down the stairs. If I have to feel that way about my own wife, like I'm hearing my wife come down the stairs looking at me, talking about stop beating the child.
You're like looking at little nigga, little fucking shit. Like, you know what I mean? Across the room.
That's like,
Man's like, come around the corner. Yo, I'm gonna get you out of here in a couple of weeks, man.
nah.
Yeah,
You
it's
outta
not.
here in
It's
a
not
couple
really much
weeks.
you could do. It's not really much you could do. You're just gonna have to hold it. You know what I mean? You're just gonna have to hold that to your chest. But that's just like that's just something.
To your chest.
That's something about being a step pops, yo. Like a lot of them get disrespected on a daily basis. But like,
Hey, I guess
Imagine funding a whole family. Imagine shitting on you. Yo, you gotta go to school. Shut the fuck up, Robert. Yo, like, whoa.
like, damn.
Yo,
That's
you need to
pretty messed
talk
up.
to this guy. He's moving. Whatever. Like, yeah, later. Like, I'll talk to him after dinner.
that's what I'm
like,
saying, bro. It
fine.
comes down to the relationship you have with your wife. If she sees it differently, or it comes to like
But
you know,
wait,
like the
you're gonna
logic
wait
of
until
in
she's
terms
a
of-
wife before you decide. Like, you can't.
Okay, but
It
not wife. You know,
depends.
the
How
person,
old
the
is
individual you
youth,
with.
though? Because if he's
Yeah.
18, that's easy.
Oh, yeah.
That's easy.
How's that easy?
College?
He's
4
gone.
years. He's gone at least 4 years. Like,
And you're not paying for it.
That's if he's not a bum.
Russ Wilson is raising Future's youth right now,
Yeah.
and he told Future's youth he used to call him dad.
Can you even force a child to do that? Can you tell a child, yo,
He put on the table.
yo, call me pops? Nah, but you're not really my
Address
dad.
me,
Call me
address
pops.
me, address me by pops. But like,
Or-
yo,
yeah, but the thing is like, look at Future's lifestyle and look at Russell Wilson's lifestyle. Like, Russell Wilson plays games, makes millions, and he goes back and like reads the Bible with his family.
He's a
and
family
stuff,
man, you
what I
know.
mean? Where
Nah, but-
Future's in the
dogging hoes
club.
out here,
you know
like,
what I
doing
mean?
club
But
Like,
appearances.
he's still
like-
taking care of the child though. Like he's
Financially,
still,
sure.
But the thing is, imagine Future now comes to the crib or event with Russell, and now his child is calling another next man pops.
It's an awkward
Bro,
hey dad.
Future's
like,
the cool
what's
dad,
that?
bro.
You know what I
For
mean?
some of those kids, Future's the cool dad, bro. He's the cool pops, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna. Take
He's
them to
always gonna
Disney
be. He's always
World,
gonna have that
facts.
role as like bro.
But even if you're the cool pops, you're sitting there and standing there and watching your son calling next man
He's
pops.
clearly calm with it, fam. Like, clearly he's calm
I didn't say
with
I
it.
Future,
don't think
said
he's.
you.
But Future for a man who has that many kids,
Nah, but
like
he asked a question though.
No, I know, but I switched. I was saying like, imagine if it's you in the situation where you're the cool dad, and now you're hearing another man, your child calling another man pops, and now you're gonna be the cool dad.
If I'm fully wearing the cool dad role,
I'm gonna have to
coolin'.
hold that.
I'm
cool
cool.
with it.
And like,
You're
what?
gonna
like,
have to hold that, fam.
Like, I'm sending him bread. Isn't that my role?
What are you
I'm
gonna
Like,
sending
do?
you're
them
You
bread.
sending
can't-
bread.
I'm gonna fly in for their birthdays.
Yeah.
Make them feel like I'm a fucking king,
Mhm.
like they're kings and shit. And I'm gonna, as soon as shit starts getting a little weird, it's like, oh, I gotta spend time with you. Like, I'm gone.
Oh,
But isn't that the role you're talking? That's not me. But if
No,
I
no,
was
I
that
know, I
man,
know,
that's
I
what I
know.
would do. No, is that's what you asked me.
Yeah,
if I was
I
a
do.
family guy, I would hold it down. I'd read the Bible with my family,
Mm-hmm.
like Russell. Like, what do you mean?
yeah. I guess it depends on who
You're
you are as a
asking me
father.
if
As
I'm
a
that
father.
You're the
guy,
cool
then,
dad. I don't know. Like,
What are you
even-
gonna convert as just like the family guy at that point? Like, I'm giving
Nah.
you the role, so you're just
Like,
Yeah,
imagine
I'm
if
the-
you were always
I'm
a
the
cool
cool
guy.
dad.
Yeah,
You know, there's
you've always been the cool dad though.
Yeah, so especially when I'm taking him out to fucking Disneyland or whatever,
Yeah.
I'll take them to the side. Yo, you having fun? You're having fun? Yeah, I just gotta tell you one thing. Don't call him pops around me, eh? Call him Russell.
But
Like,
you're
like,
not.
keep
You're
it pushing.
around
And
like
then we take
4
him back.
times a year for like 2 days,
And
fam.
then that's why for the 4 times a year, you can call me pops. You can call me pops and call him Russell, and
Yeah,
then
but-
he's got
So you're just saying,
362
don't,
days.
so you're cool with it not being in your presence, but
Yeah.
when you're not around, like that's perfectly cool.
Okay, but in what scenario, realistically, like you're stingy, aggravated, like Future, you know, like Sierra's comfy with
Yeah.
like Russell, right?
Yeah.
At what point in the exchange of like the child are you going to even be in the same scene? Unless you're like coming to the crib and you see Russell in the back of playing the guitar or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, he's probably not coming up to Sierra's crib, realistically. Like,
No, like events,
He's-
big events. It'd just be for big events.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, you mean saying like their birthday, but if he's
Yeah.
doing that with them, like, what I've realized a lot with people with separated parents, like, a lot of them have 2 birthdays if they're like super blessed. You know what I mean? They'll have
Facts.
one with their, and then their dad will do something with them. So in the exchange of the children, I feel like the odds of you being there, like, it wouldn't even matter for those 2 days when like your kid, like, well, his kids is with him, and it's like, oh, like, don't call me dad. She'll probably come back and be like, daddy told me not to call dad. Like, you know,
That's
what I
probably
mean?
gonna be. That's exactly what it's gonna be, yo. Sometimes the kid too, like if it's a nice kid, like a really like respectable kid,
Yeah.
he would definitely try to play both sides.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He'll
Dead
definitely be
ass,
like,
for
okay,
sure.
pops, like I hear you. Like when he's
Dead
around, like I'll
ass.
call you. You know what I mean? It
Dead
also depends on the you, because if you have a bad-minded you, like a you know like a little rascal, he's gonna try and create that some sort of chaos, some sort of turmoil. He's gonna do it on purpose to push your butt to see how you're gonna react. You feel me?
True.
But like it all depends. It also depends on the kid too, you know. So like, but in terms of like the whole Sierra and Russell situation, Future's always gonna be seen as a cool pops, bro. Always. And cool pops gets benefits. That's all I know.
Benefits.
Cool pops are cool pops until you grow up and you actually realize like your trauma and shit, and
Yeah,
then
then
you're
you're
like,
like,
yeah,
this
like that
guy's
guy
a
is a
waste
waste
man
man still. Yeah, no cap, no cap. That's how it really be though.
Yo, there's a lot of things you know, like you learn or you start to unlearn as you get older, and you start to realize, damn, like, man, this stuff really affected me. Like, this is the type of stuff that really shaped who I am as an individual today. Like, a lot of stuff that, you know, that happens in your childhood does kind of shape you in terms of who you are as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
For
An
sure.
absent parent or like something like that, like, bro, that affects people a lot, yo, especially in adulthood, man.
Yeah.
Especially
No,
in
for
adulthood.
sure.
If you're a shorty, you never had a father in your life, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult. I'm not gonna dive too much into it, but like, you know, if you never
That's
have,
crazy.
yeah, but
Yo,
but
this
it
man-
also
this
goes
man-
both ways.
He didn't say anything. He
I
just
didn't
said
say
for the
anything.
shorties
I
that
said
have
if you're
no
a shorty-
fathers out there, and then
If you have,
that was
if you're a
just it.
shorty and you don't have a father figure in your life, just like as if you're a man,
What about him?
you know,
If-
you never,
if a
you don't have a
fa-
father in your life. Also, that stuff will also affect you. It will also affect both.
It affects you as a person for
It's
sure.
like
Yeah, yeah,
both.
yeah,
Like, yeah,
sure.
it's not a just because they're shorties and they don't have father figures. They're things, but it's as a man too. You know, it affects you.
But you were saying that because you still had your stepfather in your life, right?
So
But
he
you
was
said
there
you
when
didn't
I
rate
was
him.
6 until I was 10.
So you didn't feel like you got any value out of it
like
or
bro,
enough.
I was the you calling him by his first name.
Yeah.
Like I would like I never seen this guy as my dad. Like I was
Mhm.
just like he looked like he was like a big bro. Like I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna lie to you. He was a yes man too. No, I kid you not. He was like a big bro and he was a yes man. Like bro,
Yeah.
I kid you not. When my mom would go to Trinidad or gone for 2 weeks and he would be with me, he'd be like, yo, he'd be like $60. He's like, fam. He would basically be like, you know, you stayed on my way, I stayed on yours. Like, hit me up if you need help, and just go. Like,
Wait,
that's what it
time out.
was.
Type of father. That's the most laissez-faire type of parenting style I've ever like.
Yeah, fam. Because I was an outside kid like all the time, so like
Mhm.
I wasn't gonna chill in like him
you
and
were,
me and
you
him.
were
are-
one of them youths that was causing chaos. Eh? Just like calling him out of his name. Yeah, Gerald, don't talk to me. Like
his
you were.
name, his nigga's name was Floyd.
Lloyd.
He was a
Yo, why you
What's
saying
wrong
it
with
like
you,
that?
Floyd?
Why you
He's a
saying it like
Vinci.
that? Why you saying it like it's so
'Cause that's
like
his
ah,
name.
like-
It's Floyd, 'cause you
Yo,
said Gerald,
I
but
felt
Floyd
some-
matches Gerald.
Yeah.
I got you. That's why. Floyd matches
I felt
Gerald.
some animosity in the way you said his
Nah,
name
nah,
just
nah,
now,
nah,
bro.
nah.
Like you still
Like,
definitely got some trauma that you need
He
to.
wasn't. He was the guy. He was the guy that told me he was gonna take me to the park to play soccer. I was playing soccer at the time.
Yeah.
So I got my foot skills from. You know what I mean?
Footy, yeah.
And yeah, I played 6 years of
Alright.
house league. What you talking
Speed
about?
man.
And
Ah.
he was the guy that
I was
like you
bending
know
it like
till this
Beckham,
day
yeah.
is supposed to take me to the park and like hasn't. You know what I mean? The guy who's supposed to teach me how to ride my bike. Like you know what I mean? Like he was that man. So it's just,
I
like,
said you good.
Saying
Fam,
you
the
expect,
figure it out.
saying you got
I
all
swear
dressed and
to
expected,
you,
and then you got all
swear-
dressed in your
fam.
nice clothes, and you thought the man was coming and take you to the park, and then you
Yeah,
know you
fam.
just
One time for
didn't show up.
Christmas, the man bought me a D's helicopter. This is way back, like when helicopter
Were
this is
greasy.
They dropped like 400 or 500.
Bear commercials on YouTube on
I'm a
TV.
D's us.
Mhm.
Mom was just like, "Yo, wait for the summer because it's winter outside and shit." Mom's like, "Nah, we're gonna fly it in the house, fam." I kid you not, man. I didn't touch the controller yet. You know how man try to do no
Yup.
instructions.
Yep.
He jams the batteries in there, whatever it is. He starts flying the ting, bro. I kid you not. 3 seconds, propeller hits off the chandelier, ting's broken, fam.
Yo,
And it was so shit. That was my main Christmas gift. You know, you get the little ones and you get the main one.
there is some trauma, bro. The man
Trust.
broke his toy since he was a youth.
Fam.
You see, that's how it is when you're a step
that
pops.
wasn't the trauma still. It was because like he was an alcoholic. Like bro, I only took in later on in my life that he was an alcoholic, fam. Like the man would have to every day had to drink. Like every day. He wasn't like an aggressive drunkard, but he would just zone out like
Yo, maybe you're stressing him too much, bro. So you have to take some honey just to,
Yo, I was
just
the-
to
I
lighten
was
it
the-
off, bro. Because you're always
Nah.
calling him freaking out his name every
Fucking
morning.
Floyd.
Every morning he
Nah.
wakes up to bed, you're just
Nah.
tormenting him, dog. So
I
you
was-
had to take some henny shots.
Nah. It wasn't even
deal
that,
with
bro.
you.
Nah, what really happened was like, bro, this guy was like going through his own demons, fam. Like he was going through his own demons, and basically, like there was times he would just talk, and then he would just go like he won't talk to like me and my dukes for like 2 weeks. The guy would sleep on the couch, like all this, fam. Even to paying bills, man's he'll get paid, and like he won't contribute to the crib. Like just stop washing dishes, like. He'll order his own food, just eat it, sleep in the crib, go to work. Like,
whoa.
on some-
That
Order
sounds
his
like a
own
roommate.
food, and he's not. He's like,
That sounds like a
Man.
roommate.
That's
It was on some weird. Yeah, he was
Okay,
basically
that's
renting
why.
the
That's a
couch.
sublet.
That's why he said big bro.
that's a
No,
sublet.
You know
like.
what I mean? And like it was just bare arguing, bare other shit. I don't really like have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
that
Yeah,
shit. But
yeah.
like
Bare
nah,
Gaza.
trauma. Yo, talk about trauma, fam. Like it's all them times, bro. I'm talking about like verbal, physical abuse, like bare. Like I seen bare shit, bro. Like you know what I mean? So like
Facts.
that shit contributes to me now. So like even when I was telling you guys like what happened a couple years ago with my mom and stuff, like bro, that shit you can imagine being a you, everything's blessed, it's just you and your mom for years, and then like that same type of thing happens,
Yeah.
and I'm away this time, but I'm a grown man. Like
Yeah.
now I can handle us. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Fam, it drives you like
Drives you crazy, bro.
Like I was going crazy.
Drives you mad.
Like it was actually
Mhm.
nuts stuff.
Like the emotions that you're
Yes.
feeling is definitely not like it's not on a positive side. You feel me? Definitely some resentment in there for sure. You know what I mean? Definitely some some negativity, but like it's like negativity that's like you could see why though. You could understand why because it's one of those things. It's like because of all the things that's happened in the past years in the history, you just kind of built that that perspective and just that's just how you see it.
Yeah.
You feel me? You're not gonna allow that to happen again.
Nah,
Especially if something happened to you when you had no control of it because of you were younger.
Yeah.
Bro, a lot of
It
the
sticks
things that we
with you.
couldn't control when we were youths, bro, and now that we're older, we're like,
That's
bro,
the first
like,
thing we jump on.
yeah,
to
we're
deal
just
with.
like, man, remember this time when you were
But
doing
it also
this?
puts a lot of pressure on the person because you so don't want to be in that situation
Mhm.
again. Like you put a lot of pressure on yourself to
Facts.
be the guy or be
Mhm.
the person to like solve this issue or never be in that situation again.
Yeah, for sure. Like it definitely creates some kind of like turmoil or some kind of history, a perspective for sure. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of aspects of being a step pops, but
Yeah,
I just don't know that like if you're it all depends on certain factors. For me, it's not a yes or no answer.
And yo, you never know what life throws at you. Honestly, off the bat, like probably, I'm gonna be honest, probably not. Like I'd probably want my own little gene pool going on there. Like you
For
know,
sure,
what I mean?
bro.
Have my
You're
own.
gonna dash love your life over you.
yes.
Wait,
Uh,
am I
no,
gonna
no.
dash? Wait, hold
Wait,
up.
do I
What
have a
is-
youth or not?
Hold up.
Do I have a youth?
For some of you who didn't hear what he said, are you gonna dash the love of your life for you? Is that what he said? That's what
No,
he said.
because of a you. Because of a
over
you. Because
the
of her
you.
you.
Are you gonna dash everything away because of the relationship that you have with the
Like
kid?
say for example, like
Absolutely,
your daughter,
yes.
like
Yes.
your daughter and your new like wife don't get along.
No,
type
no,
shit.
because she has a child. So if she has a child, so stepfather, would you dash a not marry a girl or be with a girl because she has a child?
We were talking about that, and it's all scenario like how financially stable I am, emotionally like available. You know,
I'm
what I
more
mean?
leaning towards a yes side,
How
but
old
I
I
do
am.
understand there's
How
Hell
old
no.
I am. How old I am.
To the no.
Because bro,
Hell
if
to
you're
the
saying
no.
18 won't be like, it's irrelevant after 18. Say they go to college, you have 4 years in the bag, like at least of wasting
fam,
time.
mind
right?
you, you're stuck
how
enough. Go
long
to
am I-
college, like
How long? Wait.
No,
If she's 18,
what?
no, I'm saying if she's 18, how old's the girl?
But this is what I'm saying. What point in your life,
Yeah.
though? That's what I'm saying. Because you're so quick to say no.
There's
but
some
I
young
think you're
moms out
thinking
here.
Of like young children. What if it's 18? Like you're, how old? How old was I? My mom was 46 when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
46 is not that crazy old. So when you're 46,
Am I 46 and single? That's
yes,
Oh.
nigga. Like, what do you mean? You
if
got
you're 46 and
families? Like,
single,
what do you mean?
fam, and you never got married, you're definitely.
Or you got divorced and you like, you know what I mean? You got
yeah. At
divorced
that
and
point,
you
but
don't-
at
Yeah,
that point,
that-
I'd have kids. That's what I'm saying. If I have
No,
kids,
what if you don't have kids? And you don't know what the emotional and like the responsibility of the toll of having
Mhm.
a child is, but you're 40 and you don't have them, but she does. You're not there.
well, if I'm 40,
Come on, fam. The tune. I already know your answer, bro.
man, I said if I'm
Come on,
40,
you don't want to die alone, bro.
Hey,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. He's fighting the response. He's fighting the thing, man.
Fam,
The thing about
I
it
just
is-
can't. I just can't see. Like the main thing is just having to take care of the child. If they're 18, I guess that's not a big issue.
Oh, so the funds is the issue.
No, taking
You don't
care of
wanna
the child.
fund
No,
something that's
not
not
the funds.
yours.
Not even the funds. I mean, funds, sure, but it's taking care of the child. It's having like not the responsibility.
Like being a parent and stuff.
Not even having the responsibility of being a parent.
So
It's
what
like
is
the
it?
disrespect that he was talking about. It's like, I'm answering the question. I'm answering the question. I'm answering the question. I guess it's the main thing. I guess is the disrespect that can come with fucking having a stepchild.
Okay, so you want to discipline your children and you don't want no mother.
You don't want no
interference.
talk back. You're
No, the
that
mother
type of
can
pops.
interfere. The mother can interfere. I don't want no next third party interfering. I said this earlier.
Yo, bro. Wait.
hold
You're
on.
saying the mom can interfere, so why you're beating? Like, so you're saying you're gonna beat the you, but the mom is welcome to interfere.
Yo, I wasn't even saying all that with the beating the
Nah,
you.
nah,
I
no,
meant
but that's
discipline.
what you
But
meant,
what
though,
I'm
what
saying,
you said.
I'm saying if it's my child, so it's me and the mother, and we have like we both contribute to raising the child up and raising it, right? Like I personally don't want no third party involved.
Third party, as in like
I don't
another
want
father
the,
figure.
I don't
like
want an
yourself.
extra father
Man,
figure.
like,
I don't want the
coming in.
government. I don't want any other thing
No
involved.
child services, none of that.
It's only me and her, and we decide. Like
What happens?
we raise the child, right? We do our best to raise the child because that's what we're doing. Like if we want outside
So,
help,
like,
we can
what
do that.
if the decision say it's like, all right, boom. Say you have a family golf, right? You're making more money. You want to go move into a nice house in Toronto, right? And say the dad lives in fucking Kingston, let's say.
Yeah.
Right? And there's an executive decision you guys are gonna move, or any city that's gonna make it harder for him to come
Okay,
back.
so go
right?
the other way, London.
But now you have to agree that this child every third weekend is gonna go to Kingston with her dad. Is that interference too much for you?
No, I don't think that's interference.